Destiny Taken King No Land Beyond weapon review. Anyway, the No Land Beyond is the primary sniper of Destiny, which leads to cool montages and also crazy classes. I mean, loadouts. But anyway, let's get on to the perks and why people don't like it and why do the pros absolutely love it. Well, okay, let's look. The intrinsic perk is primary care. This exotic sniper can be equipped in the primary slot. Obvious enough. And then you either have CQB ballistics, you have soft ballistics, and accurized ballistics. I think this might be anti-accurized ballistics because it drives the stability down to the ground, granting you a little bit of impact. And then you have mulligan. Missed shots have a chance to return ammo directly to the mag, which is, well, pretty good because I miss a lot. And then lightweight. When held, this weapon gets +2 character agility, or snapshot, or flared magwell. I'd say snapshot is your best bet here, other than it's cool to quickscope, but also lightweight. I don't think you really need it. And flared magwell, the reload is okay, and you can cancel it, if you want to. Well, you gotta wait for the timer to tick down a little. Yeah, and then comes its exotic perk, the Master. Increased precision damage. Kills briefly increase damage against the next target. So you get a kill, get this activated, then you can probably shut down a super, and then after that you can probably res snipe and then shut down another super. Hey, that's how it goes. And now the pros and cons of the weapon. The pro. The range is absolutely crazy. A con, the rate of fire is nothing, and it's bolt action, so every single time you shoot, you're going to have to cock the thing back and forth. And there is no canceling the cocking of the gun, except for Shade Step. Shade Step is the only way you can cancel this reload animation. Kind of why, I don't know, but it kind of acts like McCree's combat role from Overwatch. Anyway, the sights on this thing, well, you can guess it by all my aiming down sight here. They are not great at all. They're like the sights from Battlefield 1, which, when it comes to Destiny, it's all about precision, and this sight, well, when it comes to a standing target, it's good. But for a moving target, it's not that great. And also the implication of when you strafe with this weapon, the sight jiggles around like crazy. And, which is another con. And then another absolutely huge con is the ammo. Obviously, a sniper carries very little ammo. You have 6 rounds in the mag, that's okay, but the reserve ammo, you only get 11 shots total, which is very little, so that means it is very, very bad for PvE. But I think it might be good for boss damage, but I think when it comes to mob clearing, which is what PvE is all about, it's one of the worst. And the only way you can compete with this weapon is if you master it. I'm still getting to the point when I've mastered this. Is just a little bit of a game where like a good spurt happened right about in here where I got multiple headshots. Yeah, when it comes to this weapon, it's an exotic. The only way you can obtain it is engrams in random number generators. And I remember somebody else getting it on Nightfall once. But anyway, uh, this is one of the most famous or not famous snipers ever. Like famous because all the montage, infamous because of the performance you have to deal with to actually be able to master it. As you can see here, the sight is jiggling up and down, and also I'm trying to cancel the reload thing with my shade step, which is just about the only way to do so. Maybe you can do it with Twilight Garrison, but it just takes a little bit more time. When it comes to upping the light level, unless you got it like that 335 from Engram, I'd say if you're planning to go and do a challenge on PvE and with this, yeah, sure. But when it comes to if you're gonna use this all the time in PvE, I don't think this is gonna be a good option. I think that something as good as a Monte Carlo can defeat this thing. When it comes to a No Land Beyond, it's all about the performance and skill. Performance is bad, but skill is what makes the performance good. If you keep getting misses, just hang around with the weapon a little bit longer, even though the first glance at it is very, very bad. Same thing with the universal remote. The universal remote was trash, but after people got used to using it and all the buffs and nerfs of it, and also the combination of the defender subclass and the no backup plans gauntlets, then that universal remote became one of the best shotguns. Same thing with here. Night Stalker and the No Land Beyond go on par because of the shadow shot canceling ultimates for you, the smoke slowing people down, the grenades, like the void wall can reach around corners, and the shade step canceling out the reload, which is one of the biggest parts of shade step and No Land Beyond relationship. Too bad you cannot equip two primaries or have a primary in your secondary, because then I have a last word and No Land Beyond. But anyway, smack that like button, hit the sub, drop the comment, and I'll see you guys later in another video.